Alvin, what's happening? You're first. Let me know if you can hear me all right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning as everybody comes in from a scorching hot Bangkok. It's absolutely brutal here and has been. And today's one of the cooler days, which really gets me because I'm inside a Starbucks. The air is now on and I'm sweating like a pig. Crazy. Whew. Today is the first day that Starbucks is open. The mall is open. Everything's open. Everybody's got to wear a mask. However, I don't have to wear a mask because I'm having something to drink. So if you're sitting down and you're drinking something, it's pretty tough to wear a mask. But if you're not going to wear your mask, you need to put them, they give you a little bag to put them in. This whole thing is crazy, surreal. I don't even know how to describe it. It's unpleasant, irritating, inconvenient. I'd say inconvenient. That's about it. It's inconvenient. It's not convenient, to always remember to put your mask on, to carry your mask with you. It's kind of like carrying the the multi-use bags. You got to bring your bag to the grocery now. Here in Thailand, you can't use plastic bags anymore. You have to buy a bag if you don't have one, or carry it in your backpack or whatever. But it's just inconvenient. That's all. I came in today and they were putting little social distancing stickers. Maybe you can see them over there, up ahead next to the counter. There's a red one, pretty much in the center of the screen, a little bit down. So they're putting the social distancing stickers out. They're checking people. They're checking their temperature. They checked my temperature here. So they're doing a lot of things, and I have to go to the post office today, so that's why I'm here. I don't want to go to the U.S. post office because the one that's nearby is it's crazy to go in there and stand there, and there's two of them, and one of them is very small, and it's got some steep stairs if you want to go upstairs, and there's a lot of people. It's just not good. And then the other one is big, but there's a long wait. So the place that I go to here in the mall, there's usually no more than one or two people ahead of you. So I can just go in, throw my stuff down, go, I want to do this, boom. They send it out, 5 minutes, I'm out the door. So that's why I'm here. And you can see I'm sweating profusely. I was out walking, and I had thought about going down to Khao San Road today, but it was just it's too much for a stream to do. Khao San Road, get back on the boat, come into the mall. It takes too much time up. And so I'll do that later this week. We'll see what's going on with Khao San because they've cleaned it up a lot. And I'm anxious to see what it looks like, a little bit anxious. I'm not all that curious about it. Fidelity, what's happening? Lots of stuff to go over today. I've been talking about the heat here, and I'm always talking about it. The bottom line is Southeast Asia is hot. There's no way around it. It's always hot. Once in a while, you get into some mountains or something where they're cool or cold, but where I'm at, it's always hot. And I'm always asked, do you get used to it? And you don't. I'm not used to it now. You go out long enough and you're walking around and it's sticky and it's not pleasant. You learn to tolerate it. And right now the heat is so hot. I gotta say, it's intolerable right now. It's so hot and so humid. Let me give you some numbers here. And that's why I'm not sitting outside. Normally I would sit outside in Starbucks, but if I'm sitting in Starbucks, and I'm here because I figured, hey, I'll start the stream here. I'll go out. I want to go out in the back and see what the social distancing is like on the boat taxi, because They're supposed to be separated. I want to see what it's like. And then I'm going to go through the mall a little bit, take a little walk around the mall, and go and do what I got to do, streaming all the while. But I was going to sit outside, and it's just too damn hot. I mean, I'm sweating inside. I'm inside here. They've got the air on now, and I'm hot. But you can see, let me show you guys. You can see they have everything separated. They got one person at a table. That's it. And they got the little stickers where you can stand. It's not exactly 6 feet, but still. And you can see behind me just how bright the sun is right now. It's when I say it's brutal, it's like you might as well be on a desert. Right out in the middle of the desert with no shade, nowhere to hide, nowhere to go. That's what it's like. So right as of 8:37, which is the last time I checked it, I don't know what time it is now. It was 90 degrees at 8:37. There's a high of 96, low of 82, and the feel-like temperature was 106 degrees. So it felt like 106 degrees at about 8:37 in the morning. 67% humidity. 10% chance of rain, winds south-southwest at 7 miles an hour, visibility 6 miles, UV index is 4, the pollution index is only 59. Thank you to whoever I didn't see who gave me that, but thank you very much, whoever it is. So thank you, appreciate that. You're the first of the day, which, not to belabor the point, but that means in Thailand, it means you're the first of the day. And that's good luck. So good luck to you. What else? It doesn't seem to be getting any cooler. I'm just sweating my ass off. So yeah, like I said today, we're gonna sit here for a while, go over a few things. Then we'll go in the back, check out the boat taxi, see what's going on there. If there's practicing the social distancing. If you walk out of Starbucks, you can just walk right out. They're not going to test you for your temperature, but they test you in here. But if you walk through, so far only the entrance behind me has been open, and you can only go to the grocery and some pharmacies and things like that. But now a lot more shops are open. Not everywhere is open. You can't go to a movie, but I'll go over that list in a few minutes. So yeah, it's brutal. But anyway, the following stream and all the videos on this channel, everything on this channel is brought to you by the premium members of AnAmericanInBangkok.com. Patreon patrons, Super Chats, PayPals, all your purchases of merch and contributions. Really appreciate it. And today's shout goes out to Mr. Jack, Captain Jack. Well, I don't think he's a captain, but we'll call him Captain Jack. Sounds good to me. Thank you all for watching and supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, head over to AnAmericanInBangkok.com/Scott, or just take a look in the description. There's a multitude of ways that you can help, and not all of them are financial. I could use a fan right now. They've got a big fan, but they don't put it out because it's so powerful that it blows stuff around and the people get pissed off. But I don't know if you can see, they do have the plexiglass up. Let's see here. You might be able to see it right in front of the cashier. They have the plexiglass up. So, good for them, I guess. I'm not sure how I feel about all this anymore. I kind of feel like let's just wing it and, see what happens, because if the average age of the person passing away from this is like 78, 80 years old, what does that tell you? And I don't mean to downplay anything, so let's get that straight right now. All right, where are we starting at? I'm not at my desk, so I'm a little bit, I need my notes. Now, the mall is open, which some people think that's a good thing. There's 4 phases of this opening. Definitely 1984 Orwell's vision. We are living 2020. We're living in 1984. That's how it is now. I'm going to talk about that a little bit today, because as always, that's something that just bugs me, that you can be surveilled and you haven't done anything wrong, and to say that because you're not doing anything wrong, it's okay to be surveilled is missing the whole point. Okay. But anyway, there was these 4 phases, and I don't have it. I don't know exactly at this point what they are, because they've just totally, it seems like, eliminated the 4 phases, and they're just doing whatever they want now. And this is the thing. I think most people they're winging it. Most governments are winging it. The leaders are winging it. They don't know what they're doing. They're just guessing. That's all they're doing. But the malls were not supposed to open until June 15th. And then I heard, Central is going to open on Sunday, today. Guess what? Now the mall is opening. And so when I went into the grocery a couple days ago, I noticed they were stocking up. The lights were on, and this looked different. And I'm like, are they opening? And people were like, I don't know if they're opening. We don't know. And then yesterday, I had to come in and get something, and actually, I was trying to get a plug, what do you call it? An adapter with like 10, what do you call those things? Anyway, I was trying to get one of those. They got like 10 little plugs in them, and they didn't have them. All they have is the ones with 4 plugs. But I came over here for that, and then I asked somebody, are they opening? Oh, yeah, we're opening tomorrow. So I was like, what happened on June 15th? Nobody knows. The Thais don't know. They don't know. All they know is, are we open? Yes, okay. Now, so, like I said, you take that for what it's worth. I don't know if it's good or bad, but yesterday there were 0 cases of the coronavirus here, 0 deaths. And the day before, I think it was 0 also, or it was, there was one day that was 7 cases and one day that was 1 case. So if you heard Beyond Trinity isn't allowed in any places requiring a temperature check because he keeps dropping his shorts and spreading his cheeks. That's a little too much information. If Beyond Trinity is doing that, I don't really want to know about it. I'm sure I'll read about it in the news. But, they've changed all these, they're making all these stipulations. You got the alcohol ban before. Oh, we're going to open. No, we're not going to open. Oh, yes, we will open. And now, if you listen to the Thai government, this is all Westerners' fault, Western tourists and expats. It's all our fault. It could never be the Thais or Chinese. Oh, heaven forbid. But now the big news here today is that the international flight ban to Thailand has been extended through the end of June, which means nobody, unless you're a diplomat or you have a work permit and you have whatever they might decide you need when you come, which is hard to say, nobody is coming into Thailand until at least July 1st. Now, that's not good for the tourist industry. I don't know, maybe it is good because maybe they're doing something right. I don't know at this point. It's so confusing, the whole situation. You look around the world, and if you figure out the percentages, I've said it so many times now, if you figure out the percentages, it's a very tiny percentage of people that are dying. And obviously, if it was my mother, I might not be saying that. Well, the fact is, it is a small percentage of the population, the global population. I wouldn't like it, though, and I'd want something to be done about it. But another fact is, we may not be able to do a damn thing about this. They're talking about, we're going to have a vaccine by the end of the month. We're going to have a virus by the end of the year. Oh, it's going to be 18 months. It's like, okay, which one is it? Just give me one. I don't want to know all of them. Just give me one that you think is the truth and stick by it. And that way I can go, listen, you said it was going to be the end of the year, and now look at it. And so there's no accountability because nobody really knows. You can't be sure. If Thailand's numbers have been true, then why did they shut down so drastically? Well, that's a good question. Maybe they're shutting down so drastically is why there are no further cases, why the number of cases are dwindling. Because all the people in the country she's got her shield on over here. She's got her shield. Where's the mask, though? You got no mask. You have to put the mask on. In Starbucks, they're trying to adhere to things, but this girl told me that she hates wearing the mask because they're so hot. And it's just now starting to cool off inside here. The mall is now opening at 10 o'clock. It opens at 10 o'clock on the weekends. But during the week, it's supposed to open at 10:30, but now they are open at 10 o'clock every day. So they've changed things. So, I don't know what that means, but I'm sitting here all alone, completely alone. I wore my mask since I was home. I came in here, wore my mask, ordered, sat down. When I walk out the door, I don't know, did they have any gel around here? Oh yeah, there's some right over there. When I walk out, I will sanitize my hands. And then I got to go in and do, like I said, I was going to go to the back and I want to see what kind of social distancing they're doing on the boat because I would like to take the boat. I'm not really 100% certain I want to go out at this point and go run around Khao San Road or Chinatown or wherever. Not because I don't trust myself to get infected. I don't trust other people. And I don't trust the scientists, and I don't trust the Thai numbers, and I don't trust the U.S. numbers, and so. But anyway, so if you're trying to come to, I know two people that were going to come to Thailand. Well, Chucky was one of them, and Tom was another. I think Tom was coming. Well, I think they both were coming June 2nd, and now they're not. Another thing to consider is that the tourism and sports ministry says they're considering a new 300 baht tax. Okay, you're another, you see. So now you're not going to be coming until next month. And I'm wondering, are the airlines going to make the change or what are they going to do? Is it your fault? No, sorry, you're going to have to pay a change fee. I don't know. Yeah, so there's 4 people right now. You want to come back October 1st. Well, hopefully they'll be opened up by October 1st. I don't know what Thailand's going to do without the tourism industry. Will they survive? Most people will. Some people won't. Some people may do, join the High Flyers Club. I don't know. But I can tell you that even the most staunch supporters of staying inside are at their wits' end at this point, even here. And even this girl working behind the counter, she told me, she goes, I hate this. She's like, this is so crazy. She's like, nobody knows anything. She even said it. She goes, I don't know anything until the last minute. Imagine having to wear a shield and a mask and gloves. Like the people preparing food, they have to wear gloves. In Burger King, I have a Burger King video, and I just got to splice it together. It's not going to be anything extravagant, but it just shows what Burger King was like the other day when I went in. And they're all wearing gloves, they're all wearing shields, all wearing masks, and it's like, and then I've got a photo of a thing that says, the new normal, as if it's proud that this is the new normal. I'm not proud of this shit. That's what this is. This is a crock of shit. Anyway, now, so the tourism and sports ministry is saying that they're considering a 300 baht tax for foreign tourists. And the reasoning is that this would cover it would cover insurance for the pandemic. But my question is, how are they going to apply this tax? Are they going to put it in the airline ticket? And is this only for tourists? Because for somebody like me, what am I going to do? I'm going to pay an extra 300 baht. I already have insurance. It's not pandemic insurance. But now, are they saying it's only for tourists? And will the fare, are they going to put it into the fares? Are you going to have to pay, pay like just like the old departure tax where you paid 500 baht when you left? I hated that. Yeah, it could depend on the type of visa you have, and if you don't, but what I'm saying is they're gonna have to collect it on arrival. Oh, you can't come into the country unless you pay the 300 baht. Imagine, they're already going to be going through, immigration. Things are a lot tighter. They're going to be having to go through all these screenings and, temperature checks and all these things. And then it's a lot of money if you think about it, because you think about the number of tourists and then you just say it's $10 a pop times all the tourists. $10 a pop times all the tourists coming in. Who knows where it's going? And it's just things like this. It's like, where do these people get their brains from? I mean, I understand maybe they're brainstorming. They're trying to get things out there, trying to come up with good ideas. But like Gavin Newsom of California, oh, we're not going to open up until we have a vaccine. Well, guess what? You might be shut forever. Man, I am so glad, and I can tell you Jono is so glad. He said to me the other day, yeah, I'm so glad I got out of there because I got out of there right at the right time. I got out of there quite a bit before that. I got out when it was still pretty good in California. What if a second wave of breakout of infections happens because of the relaxation of the lockdown rules? The backlash will be longer traveling restrictions. Good question. I mean, what are we going to do? It's nobody said this would be easy. But I'm at the point now where I've lost faith in most governments. I've lost faith in the governments. I've lost faith in our leaders. Very few have come up with something that is really worthwhile. And seeing, this new stimulus plan come into play, nobody debated the terms of it. Nobody discussed it, at least that we know of. The Republicans certainly didn't have a say in how it was put together. So it's a waste of time. It's just a waste of time. And this is now we're at the point now. It's almost like in the past, the governments were saying things that we wanted to hear, but we knew it could be BS. Now, they don't care what we want to hear. They don't want us to, they don't care if we believe them or not. They're just going to do whatever they want. And it's like, what is it? There's a couple of countries that actually, a couple of states, we are just winging it. Yes, we are. We are winging it. But it doesn't seem to me like some of the people are making very good judgments. And now you have the people that are staying at home, and they've stayed at home for months, and they're and what are they doing? What are they doing? They're sitting at home. Sit at home and let the government go bankrupt, just passing out money. And, listen, it's nice to have free money, of course. But, somebody hands you $1 million, it's like, hey, wow, great, all right, hey, I didn't expect that. But at the end of the day, just like I've been saying about this and many other things, there's going to be a time when the bill needs to be paid. Oh, the police are out in the front here. I better make sure that I have my mask showing so that if they give me a hard time. The coppers are out. I don't know if they're here to protect and serve or make sure that people don't try to get in without masks, but there are some coppers. Let's see here. Yes, sir, I am in Starbucks. Jesus Christ. Which baristas are here today? There is Miss Tian, who is the one who about 10 months ago gave birth to, I believe, a boy. And then there is Beer. And they are the only two ones here. However, I do believe that around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, the other ones will start coming in. You know, they're trying to cut back, and these are the people who have the seniority. They have the seniority here. They've been here for a long time. So that's why they're here and not the youngsters that Gennaro tends to like. We know who you want to see, Gennaro. 30 push-ups for not wearing a mask? You better piss off. Here's my mask right here. I have 2 more in my bag just in case. I have the N95 and I have another one of these. So it's not that I'm not wearing it because I don't, you know, I just don't feel like abiding by their laws. That's not what it is. It's that I'm sitting in a space completely alone, and well, it's happened in a lot of places where people don't want to wear a mask, and they're going to jail, they're getting beat up, they're getting fights, whatever. And you know, I can see them making certain females do jumping jacks, though. Oh, Jono, good morning, and it's glad to see you're alive and well. You know, like Jono and I have been saying to each other, another day above Earth at our age is all you can hope for. They said that on The Sopranos once. I don't know what the deal was, but Junior said something, or he was calling about Carmela, who is Tony Soprano's wife, her father's birthday party. He ruined it. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Something else that you should consider if you are in Thailand. The Big Mango is treating me fine. No problem. The US, UK will be just about last to let back into Thailand. Sweden will be good to go. Yeah. I may be old but not dead. Now, one thing that, thank you very much, Sky Trooper. I hope you're doing well. Long time no speak. Fights are always a good tactic for social distancing. Yeah, you know, when you beat the piss out of somebody and they're, you know, maybe they're bleeding all into your mouth. Well, that's a great thing. Oh, I did see a little thing. I think I mentioned it the other day, where the some Thai doctor in charge or whatever said, you know, if you think you have the coronavirus, don't have sex because it may be in the semen. And then in the same paragraph, it's make sure you wear a condom, though, if you decide to engage in sex. Oh, man. This is like, Gennaro, I could be in a worse place. Thanks for asking. I'm missing Bangkok. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Here I am, you know. It's all about me, me, me. Yeah, one of these days, Jono and I will get back together there and hook up and, you know, do something, but I think it's a little difficult at the moment, you know. And yeah, there's nobody in here. There's very few people in here. Nobody. Usually, there's at least 4 or 5 people, 6 people sitting here. And there's a couple of people. There's a guy that just came in. There's a girl that just came in. But they'll be leaving. It looks like. So. What I was going to say is that, yes, I did order something. I've got a cappuccino and a water. I don't mean to be presumptuous. Gennaro's asking about me. Starbucks here still can't sit down. You can order on the app and pick up and leave. Yeah, I mean, you can obviously still just come here and get your order and leave, and that's what I've done 1 or 2 times in the last month or so. But I always go over there, and outside of Burger King, there's a couple chairs, and they're in the shade. And I just sit there and just down a drink real quick because, you know, there's nobody around. It's not like there's somebody sitting next to you. You're completely alone. Just like I am now. I purposely came here early so that I could sit here in this corner where I know there won't be anybody. And then I won't have to worry about being close to anybody. I mean, you know, there's nobody in here right now sitting down. It's completely empty. But what else? Oh, what I've been trying to say is that the Thailand Transport Company, as of, what's today? Is today what did I say today was? 17th? Today's the 17th. Tomorrow, as of tomorrow, they're going to restart 16 routes. And basically it's the northern routes, the routes that go to like Chiang Mai and that kind of thing, up there, Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai, and then the northeastern routes. So yeah, that's a step in the right direction, I guess. I don't know that I'd want to be in a van, in a rotu. I don't know that I'd want to be in a van going anywhere. And you know, bringing that up, I've been really hashing out some things that I want to do for the channel, for myself, for traveling and that kind of thing. And one of the things I came up with is that at least in the very near future, I'm going to have to stay local. And by local, I mean in Bangkok for probably the next couple of weeks at least. Just stay in Bangkok. And maybe in another month or so, I'll be able to go somewhere else in Thailand. I still have hotels I can go to and stay at that are comped, so that's nice. I think there's, as long as they're still open, there are places to go. But I think it's going to be a few months before I can go anywhere outside of the country. And you know, that's the thing, is what about all the people that live here? And then it's like, hey, you go out, you can't come back in. Even though you live here, you got a family here. You know, I don't understand the whole logic behind it. How much is a coffee in Thailand? Well, or in Starbucks? This one was way too much. This one was 160 baht, so about $5. But this is a special occasion. Because normally I would go to Cafe Amazon because it's much cheaper. But lately what I've been doing is, I mean, I've got 2-3 packs of coffee at any time. And so I just drink coffee at home. And again, if I go out, I haven't been going anywhere except to the grocery. And maybe, where did I go the one time where I walked around? I went somewhere once and walked around. And it's just too damn hot, man. I mean, it's one thing if I was going out for 30 minutes and I'm going to sweat a little bit, an hour maybe. But if I'm out in the sun, you got to remember, if I'm out in the sun and I'm going to stream, usually I have to be out there before the stream and then after the stream. And so you're talking about, a 2-hour stream might be 4 hours, 5 hours. It was really cool here this morning. Only 94 degrees. Yeah, exactly. One of the things that I wanted to do is to go and try that elephant shit coffee, but I'm not so keen on it anymore. That was something I wanted to do quite some time ago. I heard something on YouTube the other day. Now, I don't know if you guys know. I don't really talk about channels very often here, but there's 3 things I wanted to talk about on YouTube today. One of them was just Valuetainment, the show Valuetainment, the guy's channel Valuetainment. I think personally the guy's a bit egotistical. I don't know. He's pretty sharp and he knows what he's talking about. So I mean, listen, he got to where he is for a reason, so I can't fault him. That's not the point. The point was to show his channel as a comparison. Oh, thank you very much, MetTech. Thanks a lot. I just want to show his channel as a comparison. He's got 2.3 million subscribers. Okay, now London Real, which is another kind of interview with semi-famous and famous people, interesting people. He has 1.8 million subscribers. They both put on some good content. You know, content talking with scientists and business people, entrepreneurs, whatever. But the other day, the guy from London Real came out and said that, and I talked about this a little the last stream. Basically what he did was he said, listen, you know, YouTube is getting a little too restrictive, which he's not the only person who thinks so. And, you know, for as restrictive as I think they are, they haven't yet really got all that restrictive with me. I mean, once in a while they will, and I get irritated by it because it seems like there's no, it's nonsensical. There's no reason. Oh, it looks like they're doing some filming out in the front there. But anyway, so, you know, this guy comes out and says, hey, you know, I want to raise money for a new platform. He raised $900,000. He was only supposed to get $100,000. Yeah, I saw that Melinda Herman came out with a new song about a week ago, which is, she's very cute. But her and the dog. But anyway, so getting back to the London Real, and there's a point to this. It really made me think, because the London Real guy came on, and after raising all this money, now I don't think he's the kind of guy that's going to run off with the money, because he apparently is very wealthy. He doesn't need to rip people off to get, you know, the money, which that must be nice. I mean, you know, he's in a position where he's not even thinking about that, which is great, because you shouldn't. But he came on and said that he had made a phone call. He was on a phone call with YouTube, and it was like an hour-long phone call. And basically they were saying, whether you put somebody on and they just speak their mind, or whether you're the one spouting something that is anti-YouTube or anti-YouTube thinking, we are going to demonetize that video. If it's against what we stand for, we are going to demonetize your video and possibly your entire channel. So he seemed a bit freaked out, and he was you know, talking about this may be the end for him on YouTube. And as who was it just said this, SR, yeah, they've demonetized independent political channels, Steven Crowder, Kyle Kulinski, David Pakman, etc., David Icke. And, you know, listen, I'm not really a political channel. I'm you know, I'm a opinion giver. That's about it. You know, when I see these kind of things, it does worry me. It worries me because I think to myself, okay, so let me think about this. If I was to say, okay, I don't want to stream on YouTube anymore, I'll just put a little video up that says, hey, I've got my channel over here, go to that channel to see me stream. Okay, if I was to do that from this point going on, you would inevitably lose people viewing your channel because they don't even want to take another step and click somewhere else to go to that channel, whether they like you or not. But then I thought to myself, okay, so if you go to another platform, so let's say Vimeo. Now Vimeo is owned by a rather conservative company, because I did check it out. And I don't think that they would demonetize you for saying certain things that YouTube might, well, that's a good way of putting it, SR. YouTube wants the freedom of a platform with the control of a publisher. But anyway, well, there is Vimeo, but there's not nearly the reach that YouTube has, and this is the thing. So if I was to go to Vimeo, let's say that if they really wanted to, they could feasibly just say, oh, you know what, Scott, we don't like your content. We're going to demonetize you too. We're going to not allow you to be. So then I thought to myself, well, what's the answer? Okay, I could go to my website, right? I could just put everything on my website. And I'm thinking of me, it's hypothetical. I don't think that anyone cares about my content that much. I don't think I'm at that point. I don't think I'll ever be at that point. I don't really want to be at that point. But I'm just thinking of it as an example. So then where do I go? I go to my website. Now, my website is hosted by Weebly. I've got a bunch of different sites, and they're all hosted by Weebly under one account. So then if I start to do things and people complain enough, they could feasibly contact Weebly, complain about the content, and if enough people complain, Weebly just goes, listen, we can't host you anymore. And then you have nowhere to go. Then it's, okay, guess what? You're going to have your own server. You're going to have your own server to be able to put your own content out. And then you still have to be able to connect up to one of the larger companies like Comcast or whoever. In Thailand, it's True. And if they decide they don't like your content, they'll take you down. So there is no more freedom. That type of freedom that we used to think we had. We used to think we have all this freedom. We don't have all that much freedom anymore. And I thought it was interesting that he's got money. He could, if he could feasibly start his own server, which I think is what he was doing or is doing. But he's not going to have near the reach because YouTube has a huge reach. So where are we at in our society now when we claim to have certain freedoms and we don't really have them? Plenty of money to start a conservative platform. It will be small at first, but they're in demand. Well, yeah, but the thing is that, you know, what do you do with a guy? He's built up a platform that he has 2 million people following him, and then it's just like, okay, we'll see you later. You're going to lose probably, I'd say, you're going to lose at least 20%. Probably more than that. Because you got to go over, and then they're going to have to go to his website all the time. Let me tell you something. I don't go to very many people's websites. If I do, it's because I just want to see how their website is designed or what they have, what information they have on their website to see, hey, what is important. That's about the only reason I go to a website, or to buy something occasionally, which I don't usually do. Why is there no real competition for YouTube? That's a very good question. And something else that I heard that is also interesting is that even when you hear of these mainstream media, these left-geared mainstream media organizations, where they are spouting off things. I mean, these newscasters and you know, whoever it is with the company. Just because they're saying these things doesn't necessarily mean they believe in them. They may hate what they're doing. They may hate what they're saying, and yet they'll still vote the other way. So they're just providing. That's one thing we don't think about. Is it's just like in a debate. If I said to Soy Dog Cowboy, okay, I want you to debate for the far right, and I want Billy to debate for the far left. You guys may not agree with those ideologies. You may not agree at all with those. But if that's a job and you're making good money at it, you just go, okay, well, let me see from this standpoint, which is exactly what the valuetainment guy said about YouTube. He looked at it. He tries to look at it from all angles, and you can see it from their angle. They're in it to make money. You know. TikTok. I wouldn't trust TikTok to about right here. I wouldn't trust them at all. I don't trust anything Chinese. I barely trust anything American. So how am I going to, why would I trust TikTok? I don't even want to use Zoom. Zoom can be very good, you know, at times there's a lot of good features with it. But if it's Chinese, if it's got Chinese, if it's got Chinese owners and it's got Chinese in it, then what do you want to do business with it for? What do you want to use it for? Especially if they might be spying on you, you know, or gathering data. I don't know who owns DuckDuckGo. I thought they were the ones that that didn't. They didn't. Everyone gathers data. Mainstream media is center right because it's corporation funded. Truly, everyone. Yeah, that's part of the. That's the next issue. So what is there to do? You just go, okay, well, this is the way we're going to live. 1984. DuckDuckGo is a browser, and they don't track you, supposedly. Yeah, it's a search engine. It's a browser slash not a browser. It's a search engine. Sorry. Are they making people sign in here? I gotta say, you know, I wanted to find out about getting a new battery for my phone, and I went into Apple yesterday because they are open. But as soon as you walk in, they take your temperature. You got to use the stuff to wash your hands, sanitize your hands, and then they make you sign in. You give your name, your phone number, and the time. And I was like, okay. So then they were like, okay, you're gonna have to go up to iCare. I go, all right. So I'll go to iCare. So I go up to iCare. Same thing. You go in. You got to sign your name, phone number, and the time. So they are tracking people. Now they may be doing it for medical reasons here, but you know, it's just it's. I'm at the point now where I only want to go out if I need to go out. Now I'm in Starbucks and I don't need to be in Starbucks, but I am going to mail. I have a couple of things to mail out. And, well, I can tell you that if you put a fake number, you can't say no phone. If you put no phone, well, maybe you could say no phone, but if you put a fake number and they find out, let's say you get sick and they find out, there's a chance they will charge you for providing fake information. And they've done that before. Techno-tyranny, how the U.S. national security is using coronavirus to fulfill the Orwellian vision. The U.S. is rapidly adopting an artificial intelligence-driven mass surveillance system. People are leaving California in droves. Here comes the tears. I couldn't give two shits about the people in California at this point. No offense, their fidelity. It's the government. It's the people who run the show there. I mean, you know, they're massively in debt, and then you know, they don't want this, they don't want that. It's just, it's ridiculous. Oh, and you too, Gennaro, sorry. I'm outside all the time here in Los Angeles. Mass surveillance systems rivaling that of China. Well, that's the thing. And we're at that point now. And when you see that, they're putting out drones that are barking at people, hey, get inside, you should not be outside, and you know, these kinds of things. It's like I want to shoot the damn thing down. It's like, hey man, who are you to, like, you know, I've always been a firm believer that the government works for the people, and they are there to do what is best for the people. Now, I don't believe that I believe that some of the people are true and they are doing what they believe in. And maybe some of them believe in something and they're just idiots. But I believe there are others who are just malicious and they want power. And I think that I heard this the other day on some video that a lot of the governors now are feeling power that they've never had before. And so they're getting power crazy. And, you know, to close Los Angeles down for another 90 days? What's the percentage of people that are dying there? And what's the percentage of people that will end up committing suicide, losing their jobs, and having mental disorders because they can't handle it? Divorce, domestic abuse, drug abuse, all these things. I mean, I just don't get it, man. Where do they come up with this stuff? You know, okay, social distancing. I don't know how effective it is, but I would expect that, you know, if you base it on the flu, You know, and you're standing next to somebody and you breathe all over them, there's a chance they're going to get the flu. Now, they may very well be immune to it already and have, you know, the antibodies or whatever, but at some point, I would like to see their reasoning for voting on adding warrantless browser search history searches to the Patriot Act, but doesn't cover senators, representatives. Exactly, the governors have way too much freaking power. Yeah, I'm at the point now, this is what I mean. The government is full of hypocrites. Well, hey, you know, because we're in the government, you know, you can't see what we're doing without you're going to have a warrant. But everybody else, you don't need a warrant. Listen, you want to look through my stuff, go ahead. You ain't going to find much. Go right ahead. Okay? You know, I don't care. But that's not the point. The point is, who gives you the right as a human being to spy on me? You know, if I have never done, I can understand if I've committed crimes against the government in the past or something like that, or I've threatened to do that or something like that. I could maybe understand them surveilling you. But I haven't. And most people don't. How stupid is it to say you can only have 2 people on a personally owned boat when you have a family of 5 living together, breathing the same air, and to do it during a pandemic nonetheless? Yeah, I don't get that. I mean, where is the logic? Where is the logic? It seems human beings, I mean, what's so, I mean, I'm trying to, my brain is like cycling through trying to figure out the right word. But human beings can be extremely intelligent, compassionate, altruistic, and yet, for as good as they can be absolute idiots, horrible people. I don't understand, why is there such a wide range? Why is it that people are so freaking stupid? Well, you can only have 2 people on the boat. You can have 2 people on the boat? Well, how about if you know, you got 8 people living in a family and they live together every day and they've been quarantined and they haven't done shit? You know, it's just ridiculous. And, you know, and I've said this before, and I hate to say this because it may come off to some people as a bit cold, but the cold hard truth is that if you are vulnerable and you absolutely do not need to go back to work or to go out, then maybe you should stay home and you should chill and you should just see how things are going in the environment. You know, there are ways around a lot of things. If I really wanted, I could have called up like DHL or FedEx and had them come to my house and pick up my mail and send it. But it would have cost, you know, double the amount that it's going to cost me. And I don't really have the money to be pissing away, especially now. But if you don't have a reason to go out, then why would you go out? It doesn't seem, you know, I'm getting ahead of myself. If you don't need to go out, if you have the money, you have the resources to stay home, especially if you're vulnerable, then stay home. And then you don't have anything to worry about, you know, or you have a lot less to worry about. But if you need to go out and work and you need that money, guess what? It's a crapshoot. It's Russian roulette. But eventually, and it's already starting to happen, people are going to start freaking out. There's going to be civil unrest. People are going to protest. They're going to get pissed off. They're losing their jobs. They're being told to shut down. What was that guy's name? Carl Banky. They basically, I forget where it was, but they told him that he couldn't open his barber shop or something. And he said, sorry, I'm going to do it anyway. And then they pulled his license. And it's like, what the fuck, man? Excuse my French. You know, what about all the suicides? Like I said, what about all the suicides, the drug abuse, people getting into, there's going to be more fights, there's going to be more violence, domestic or otherwise. All because the government's saying, oh, you better be so safe and not go out. Okay, you know, if you're 80 years old, 90 years old, and you've got some medical issues, you probably shouldn't go out and take a chance unless you're going to be distanced from others. And you got to take the necessary precautions just to be safe for now. Yeah, what about all the bankruptcies? Gold's Gym, bankrupt. How many other companies have gone bankrupt? A lot. JCPenney, bankrupt. If you're going to go back to work, you got to be smart. Most pushback is in US and UK. The rest know there's no playbook, so they require patience. Pubs and restaurants allowed to open 1st of June. Max 20 people in Melbourne. Personal bankruptcies. Yeah, that too. There's a lot of people starting to gather now to get ready to go out, but I think they're filming something with some cops. And if you look behind me, well, you can see behind me, they're getting ready to open. They should be opening in about 5 minutes. So within a few minutes, I'm going to go out and go down towards the back, do a little walk through the mall, go to the back, check out the boat taxi and see how they're social distancing there in case I need to use the boat. Well, here's the thing. I forget who it was, but there was somebody. Yeah, that's real important, opening the bars in Nana. Yeah, that's so important. You're welcome. It's not important to open the bars in Nana. I hate to tell you that. I think Pattaya is going to go, it's going to never be the same. It's going to change. Places are already shutting down. More places are going to shut down. The longer of it they go, yeah, it's not good. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Open up the bars in Nana so you can pay the staff with no customers. Because people, listen, there's people here, but I can tell you that compared to how it normally is, there are very few people here. Yeah, well, it's a strange, people are, this is the thing, people are strange. I think the Doors wrote that song. Women are wicked, that kind of thing. Well, I don't know what's going to happen. Who knows? How are they going to deal with any of it? I don't know. That's the thing. I think if more politicians just went, listen, I'm sorry I have to tell you this, but I don't know. I think people might go, all right, well, listen, at least he's being honest. I don't know. Remember those 3 words. When are they going to open up? I don't know. I can tell you that my wife is a bit bummed because, she works for a company that deals with hotels. And when they say that means when the government says we're not opening up until at least July 1st to international travel, that's an extra month that her company goes without money. And, it increases the risk of the company shutting down or laying more people off or furloughing them or whatever it is. So it's not good for anybody. And I see people around here, they're sitting here, most got their masks on. I mean, if you got to wear a mask to stay alive, if that was the truth, then you wear a mask. It sucks, but you got to wear one. I don't believe that it's necessarily true. No, I don't want spoilers. No spoilers. I'll go ahead. What the hell? Who cares, Richard? I don't care. I'm not watching. I forgot even that there was something going on. And actually, I've been meaning to do something to where I get all these events, and maybe I'll comment on them a little bit, but haven't had a chance to do it yet, or haven't. You know what it is I was telling my kids yesterday, because I had this big thing with the kids yesterday. I said, listen, you guys have been sleeping in all the time. You sleep until late every day. You go to bed late. I'm like, listen, this is not the way that you need to live your life. So I put them on a little schedule, and of course they got pissed off. By the end of the day, Nicholas was not pissed off. Alex was still very pissed off. He was irritated. I'm telling him, you're going to need to do this at this time and this at that time. But Nicholas, he actually went outside yesterday and broke down some furniture that we've had in our front yard. He broke it down, put it out in the garbage, and now our front area is starting to look a little cleaner. And I'm like, there's no reason that, we can't be doing some of these things. We got to do something. You got to do something if you're staying at home. And if you can't stay at home and you got to go out, well, then you better make sure that it's something worthwhile, like working, like getting food or something like that. And just kind of hang back. Be patient. I think patience is important. And just see what happens. And I think the cultural differences do have an effect. And I want to know really what the deal is with Sweden and some of these other places to see, is it really going to matter what they're doing versus all this lockdown? Because I don't think that it's really mattered all that much. Maybe in the beginning. But now, at this point, I mean, you got 0 cases here. 0 cases, 0 deaths. And it's, like 8 people in the last 4 days that have had cases, new cases. And I think only 1 person has died. And this is the thing, and I've been saying that, there may never be a vaccine. And you know what? I kind of hope there never is. And you know why? Because I don't want the governments using it against their citizens. And like here in Thailand, okay, you can't come in unless you get a vaccine, and we're going to vaccinate you, or something like that. So it's I don't even know how to describe the situation. Surreal is a good word. Okay, now let's check this out. Everybody's. All right, so they checking the temperature over there. They got, you can't see it because it's blocked, but they got a little temperature thing over there that when they walk through, their temperature is checked. And then if you want, you can forego the hand sanitizer. Everybody's clapping. Oh no, what is this? What is this over here? See, this is what I want to see over here. Oh, you have to sign your name? No way. Are they making everybody sign? No, it doesn't look like. It looks like they're just holding people up and they're not letting them come in. What are they doing? What are they giving? Are they giving some people something, or what are they doing here? No, they're just, it looks to me like yeah, they are. They're taking information down. Wow. Unbelievable. So when I walk out here, I'm wondering, this is the thing, what's going to happen? Thank you to whoever else gave me a super chat. I didn't see when it came in or whatever, but celebrate Texas chicken. I think I'm going to wait for a few minutes until it dies down, and then I'll walk and go in the back. If I really wanted, I could just walk outside and go all the way around the back and not have to deal with this, but it looks to me, yeah, like they're taking IDs, and there's, I don't know if there's a tracing. I haven't been told about one. Wouldn't surprise me if they did have one. All right, so she has opened up the door, I believe. She's taking a picture or something. She's got her mask and her they've all got their mask and their shield on. Ugh. I can see it now. We're going to have to buy shields for the family and masks, other masks, different kinds of masks. And what's going to happen if they say everybody's got to walk around with a shield on now? I mean, what about if you wear glasses? I wear glasses. I haven't been wearing them today, but you know, My eyes are covered, at least a little bit, but the shield covers up more, obviously. So what is the deal? Now, I wanted to read about this inbound flight thing. By the way, the emergency decree has been extended here as well. It's not going to end until the end of June, apparently, or until further notice is given. Yeah, I don't need all that information about COVID. I gotta say that there was one day in particular, it was a day before a stream, where I just got completely bummed out by this whole situation. And I'm like, what kind of life are we gonna have from now on? And you know, I just decided that if I gotta live inside and just go out real early in the morning when there's nobody out, or just only go out when I absolutely have to, that's what I'll do. I think this is going to kill a lot of photography, at least international photography. I think it's going to kill it for people. And you know, there's a host of other kinds of jobs that this is going to kill. And just because they say everybody can go back to work doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be jobs to go back to. So that's something to think about. But let me get up here and try to, I was going to read this, but it doesn't look like there's all that much. No passenger flights originating outside the country may land at Thai airports until June 30th. The exceptions are state or military aircraft, emergency or technical landing, humanitarian aid, medicine and relief flights, repatriation, and cargo aircraft. Yeah, not good. Now, one other thing is that in Manila, where's this article that I had? Manila, check this out. Before I go out there, Manila malls are discouraging lingering. Like me, I'm lingering here. Air conditioners are set to warm. Wi-Fi is switched off as shopping centers reopen after the long lockdown. They cautiously will reopen on Saturday after a 2-month lockdown. Just a trickle of customers showed up at the huge commercial centers, which usually attracts millions of people each day and often contains churches, restaurants, gyms, and event spaces. This is good for me. This is good for our economy, said Yuki Alvi Morano, 31, among the first in line to enter one mall, joking that shopping was therapeutic. It's so therapeutic to go shopping. Listen, I don't care about shopping. I care about, you know, get rid of this whole ordeal. I feel like I'm in a bad dream. I'm in a nightmare. Measures in place to prevent the spread of the coronavirus included walk-in booths filled with clouds of disinfectant, distance cues, temperature checks, and mandatory masks. Only a selection of shops were allowed to open, including those selling clothing, books, and electronics, but salons, cinemas, and eat-in restaurants remain closed. Shopping mall is only to reopen for a 2-day trial. Virus calls for rethinking of air conditioning. So now it's the air conditioning that's doing everything. In mid-March, a strict lockdown was imposed that did not even allow most of the Philippine capital's 12 million residents outdoor for exercise, although short trips to buy food were allowed. These restrictions on movement were loosened on Saturday to give a boost to the economy battered by the COVID-19 pandemic, which has killed more than 800 people in the country. 800 out of how many? There's not many people on the first day, but I feel as people get to know that more stores are open, there will be a rush for sure, which will make it even more scary. All right, I don't even want to go on anymore. This is just depressing to me. But that's the truth. That's what's happening. So let me get ready. It looks like there's less people now. Maybe I can get out of here. Hopefully I can get out of here without having to go through any of the line over there. But I kind of doubt it because they got some security guards and all kinds of people there. This is a bad dream. And like my mother said to me, hey, listen, I don't want to be negative, but there's not very much positive about this. it's June 30th at the moment. They just changed that here from May 31st to June 30th. But yeah, that can change at any time. It could be longer. You know, so I don't know what to say. What I know is I want to get out of here. I've had enough. I've had enough. There's not very many people. They're filming people coming in. It's like this big ordeal. They're opening the mall. We have to film this for Channel 5 or whoever it is. Well, yeah, they can't cross the border, as far as I know. All right, what else? I'm gonna have to put that away. Let's see here. This could be just like living in paradise, and I don't want to go home. I don't know what that means, but okay. It doesn't seem like paradise to me. I'm not going on the boat. I'm not going to go on a boat. I'm going to go back there and check it out, but I'm not going to go because I don't want to go anywhere. I got things to do. I got to go send some mail out, you know. That's what's important. But I will go. I will go on the boat sometime, probably sometime next week. Maybe Tuesday, maybe Thursday. I don't know. I will go. I will go down to Chinatown or somewhere, Khao San. I don't know. I'm not sure yet, but I will. It's just a matter of time. Let me do something here. Let me think how I'm going to do this. A lot of moving parts here, and you know, I'm the producer, director, editor, talent. There's nobody in line now. So if they want to call me over, they can. I'm just going to be like, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Yeah. I don't have a cold. No. I don't. Which one is which? I have like 5 of these to charge my my phone. Oh shit, I can't do that. I have like 5 of them, and 3 or 4 of them, they don't work. So they're going in the garbage. They never last, those things. All right, so how am I going to do this? Let me see here. I gotta take care of all this stuff here. Hang on. Oops. Plug this. Can't plug it in. Okay. Wow. Normal. Let's see if this works. I want to see what they do when I try to walk through, because that's a weakness. If somebody has the corona and they walk through and they don't have to test them, then, you know, hey, that's a flaw in their system. All right, let's see. That should be good. Okay. Let's put this away. Get the mask on. Put this away. Not one person in here. Not one single person sitting down in here that I see, at least. All right, so Oh yeah, this is gonna help. This is really gonna help. Hang on. One person in the whole place sitting down besides me. That's it. All right, this is crooked. Let's see here. Shit, I hope they don't ask me for my freaking ID. Got to be prepared for everything here. All right. Let's get out of here. Let's see if they stop, man. What? Ah, you see? I told you. Don't buy So you can't even go out. Before she said you could, now you can't. It won't let you, which kind of sucks. I'd rather go in through the back. Let's see if they'll let me in. What do I have to do? Oh, that you do have to scan something? What the fangulo? Oh, this is crazy. Hello, Swadika. Kamalaya. Hang on a second. Fuck. Scan layout. Recheck. Where do I gotta go here? Huh? Chua. Scott. Scott. Mallon. Malon. Malon. Mallon. แป๊บหนึ่งครับ Wow. That was kind of trippy. So what I had to do, the reason that I went offline for a second or it locked up is because they scan you. You have to scan a little thing that they have, and then it goes and it enters your information, and then when you come in, they ask you for your name and phone number. So I had to give them my phone number, and then they make you stand there, and they put the little sticker on. So you see I have my little sticker on. I can't see this lasting. I just can't. I can't see it lasting for that long. I'm gonna do this shit, man. I don't even want to be here. Yeah, here we go. The new normal. The new normal. Unbelievable. So this is it. You might think there'd be a lot of people out, but there's more people, employees from the businesses than there are customers by far. Yeah, thanks a lot, China. Thanks a lot, CCP. Thanks for everything. This is just, I want to be positive. Speaking of positive, let's see if I can find that paper. What did I do? Throw it away? So we're gonna go out to the back and check out the boat, and hopefully I'll be able to get back in because I have the sticker on. There's no tracking app. You just scan their QR code and it enters the data. Exactly. Yeah, they actually wrote my name down on paper just to get into the mall. It's not fun. So now you see here, one can sit down one spot, and then, well, if you don't have a phone, guess what? I don't know, but you could get in. So there you go, Mr. Longhorns. There's a case for getting a cheap phone. Now let me see if I can find this because I wanted to bring this guy up. If I can find this, let's see here. Yes, here it is. Well, you know, no, it's not most of the time. But what about when you need to go? Hang on a second. I need to get a battery for my phone. I'm not going to get it anywhere else. I got to come into a mall. I need some more film. The film on my phone is completely smashed up. I need some film. I need to send out some mail. So get that stuff done. But yeah, definitely. Now, what I was going to say is, I heard a little clip from a Joe Rogan podcast the other day. It's with this guy, Justin Lashik. He's a Green Beret. And I don't know, about 6 months ago or so, he was in combat, and he got his legs. Anyway, yeah, that was strange. He got his legs blown off and his balls. I had to have his balls removed. And, you know, extremely positive guy. And I can say that I would have a hard time being positive. Maybe he did in the beginning. But he said something that made me think, you know, be grateful on a regular basis for anything. Because nothing is promised, nothing is certain. So if you have anything, you should be grateful for it, which, you know, he's got a point. So as bad as this is and as much as this sucks, it could be worse, you know. You could be on a respirator, wheezing and gasping for air and not being able to see your family. So let me go outside. I got to see if I can get out of here. I feel like I'm going through a police lineup. Walk down, man. Stop. One way in, one way out. There you go. Oh, you better hope that no visitors bring it in here because that's going to make things terrible on those people who live here and for people who want to come in. Well, you know, it's easy to overlook that because we want things, and when we don't get them, we get pissed off. But, you know, and I said it the other day, if you got food, you got water, and you got a roof over your head, and you're healthy, what more can you ask for? Let's go over here and see what's going on. Well, that's because Vietnam shut off everything right away. They closed down everything right away. Hola, hola, Steven. All right, so we're doing the same thing. They don't have the big sprayer, though, the disinfectant thing. They don't have that out. Tom, what's happening? I want to see what it's like to get back in after leaving. Sure seems like a hassle, but I don't like the whole tracking thing, but you know, I guess I understand it if it's only being used for medical purposes. No, I don't think that's what it was. I think it's just that they shut down more quickly. You know, I'm not trying to, you know, pat myself on the back, but I did say 2020 is in the toilet. Forget it. It's going to be the year that we remember as a complete waste. People aren't going to be able to do what they want to do, go where they want to go. You know, thank you. And, you know, it sucks. It really does. But, you know, as long as I'm still alive, there will be other years. You know? All right, let's go check it out. The lost year, 2020. I don't even know if 2021 will be well, I think there's still going to be some there's going to be problems in 2021. Yeah, well, don't think too quickly there, Monash. For all you know, this is nothing, and the second wave will come back and wipe the planet out. I don't know, you know, I don't believe that. I believe if you're strong, you got a good immune system, you're probably going to be fine. So you can see it is a nice day, but it is hot. You know, I don't even want to think about a vaccine. You know, I don't want to even think about a vaccine. I mean, for what? What am I going to think about the vaccine for? You're thinking about something that may never come. Now you see, there's only one. There's a couple people here, maybe. You got a girl over here. I don't know if they're running as frequently as before. I'm hesitant to say can't about anything. People can't run a 4-minute mile, but yet they did, you know? People can't do this, can't do that, but they do. So I'm hesitant to just flat out say, no, there's not going to be a vaccine. What I'm saying is there may never be one. So you got two people. Listen, I think this has changed business. It's changed schooling. It's changed so much. And I got a cough, and then anybody who coughs might, they run the risk of taking a beating. Should be a boat coming any minute. Normally there would be. I wonder why, Stephen. Why would he go to the doctor if nothing was wrong? Wellness. But, the insurance companies don't want that. They don't want wellness. They don't want people thinking ahead. Doctors doing preventative medicine. Dengue fever is always a concern. Malaria is always a concern. I've already had dengue fever, and it sucked. Man, where is the boat? So, the boats aren't coming as quickly. Yeah, dengue fever sucks, man. It really sucks. It's been years since I had it. I mean, it was 24 years ago or so. Almost 25 years ago, right when I first got here. So you can see, though, that everybody has masks on. This girl over here's got her mask on, but it's half off. But, and the lady too, but I understand, but everybody's got masks. Now, maybe that's the reason why people haven't got sick. I don't know, Ooh, that sucks. All I know is that dengue knocked me out for about 5 days. I mean, really, I was in bad shape for almost a week. Really bad shape where I was like, I feel like I'm going to die. They must not be running the boats as often. I don't know. I'm curious to see if they're full. Well, there has been no boat from this direction over here, so we'll see. So people are coming. There's more and more people coming. I just want to see how they're seating people. If it's just every other person, every other seat, there's a person, or what's the deal? How do you stand up? Are they allowing people to stand up? What's the deal? Because I have not taken the boat in quite some time. It's been a couple of months. It says 100 people. Karuna, what? Nam. Can't see that far. Nam Alina. Nam Nak. Die. 100 people. Well, they're boat taxis, and if you remember how cramped they are and how packed, I mean, it's like you're in a sardine tin. So I want to see, they've said they were going to social distance on the boats, but I don't know. That's what I want to see, because I haven't been back here in a while, and I haven't ridden one in about 2.5 months. It's been about 10 weeks now. Looks like there's a boat coming, but I can't really tell. But you see, people are, they're staying away from each other for the most part. Sure, Richard, sure, that'd be cool. I don't even know who's fighting. I forgot all about it. Well, you certainly don't want to be the person who, they've got a sticker and you're standing right next to somebody and people are going, why are you standing next to me? You don't want to be that guy or that girl. Oh, yeah, Overeem. Oh, yeah. I always like seeing him fight because I knew of him when I used to go to the Netherlands. I knew who he was and I knew who his brother was. And they were badasses back in the day when they were young. And I knew who they were and where they trained and all that kind of stuff. And so I've always followed him. But he doesn't have a great chin. He tends to get knocked out if he loses. So his fights are always exciting. Well, we'll go back into the mall if a boat ever comes. We'll go back in and I'll show you. There's plastic all over the chairs, and at least, I don't know, maybe they've got to, every time somebody gets up, they've got to spray it clean. I don't know how they're going to do it. Where is the boat, man? You know, this is the other thing. So things are not going to be as convenient anymore. You're not going to be able to just go, hey, I'm going to jump on. I'll be there right at 7 o'clock. No, the boat comes at 6 and 6:30 now instead of 6 and 6:10, 6:20, 6:30. So you're going to have to plan things out better when you got to be somewhere. And, you know, most of the time I don't have to be somewhere at a particular time. And by the way, about a week ago, I just decided to file my 90-day report online, and it wouldn't go through. So I thought, well, you know, there is the extension. I don't have to do it right now, but I also know about Thailand, and I know that sometimes they'll say, oh, you were supposed to do it, depending on who the person is. So I thought I better try to do it. So I was going to mail in my paperwork today, and I thought this morning, you know what, I'm going to give it one more shot. And for whatever reason, it went through online. So, you know, the online filing for 90-day report is a bit sketchy. Doesn't always work, but it worked for me today, so that's good. Man, how long's it been since we've been standing here? Did they change the times? That's the amount. Does it say how much longer? Let's see. Sometimes the monitor tells you that. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. The boat will be coming from this way in 2 minutes. $13 minutes, huh? Yeah, well, I don't like to take chances because there have been reports that some people were supposed to have time until the end of the month or end of next month, and no, I didn't just miss the bus. I can see it coming now, the boat rather. I can see it coming now. But if you know anything about Thailand, it pays to be safe than sorry when it comes to your visa, your 90-day report, whatever. And so that's why I put it in, because it's not going to hurt me. I don't really care about the 90-day report. It's no big deal. And a lot of people think it is a big deal. It's a big deal if you got to go down to some place like, Chiang Mai Tana or someplace that's far away from your house out in the village. Yeah, that's a big deal. It's a pain in the ass. But if you do it online or through the mail, it's so simple. It's not a big deal. All right, let's see what it looks like. Looks to me like it's there's a fair number of people on here. Where's the social distancing? Well, doesn't look like there's any social distancing at all to me. None. In fact, I gotta get out of here. I don't want to be around all these people. This guy's got his mask down. So they are not practicing social distancing. Yeah, they're supposed to socially distance, but they're not. You know, like I said, at some point you're going to have to just go, hey, whatever. But I don't know that we're at that point yet for riding a boat or public transportation. Now I'm going to try to get back in, see what they say. If my little sticker will allow me to just walk right in or not. Hopefully the picture is good and the sound is good and it's smooth, somewhat smooth. Oh yeah, they probably will. No, I think they're probably going to change the color. They change the color of the sticker every day. All of the stickers coming off. So they're limiting the number of doors, which, you know, again, I understand, but I feel like we're in some futuristic movie. I really do.
Register please. Register please.
ทำแล้ว
อ๋อโอเค
ครับ มีแล้ว All right, so that's good. But you know, they're diligent. I give them that. They're diligent. Whew. Man, that air feels so good. So good. Wonderful. Look at this. Plastic. Everywhere, plastic. They're wrapped up. Now they're unwrapped where the people aren't sitting so that the people know they can sit there. But let's see here. I don't want to go here. Whew. No, it's not no espresso right now. All right, MedTech, take it easy, man. Thanks for watching. Oh, they're trying to get people to come over. they want people over in some of these places. They're like calling them over. I gotta get away from this lady here. Yes, I want to know who won. Please tell me Overeem won. It's over. So who won? Wow. So he was able to come back. That's good. All right, I got to come back over here. All right, I got to go back over there. Let's take one more look here at the mall. Look at this. Who was a mess? Overeem? Well, I'm going to have to see that fight. For sure. The mall, a social gathering place. What a place. Yeah, they are. Hang on a second. I gotta come over here. Give me a second. He got a cut over his left eye and nose was also pouring blood. Okay. Hang on.อันนี้ไป EMS เท่าไหร่ไปอเมริกาก็เท่าไหร่นะฮะทำไมอ่ะ No post ก็ส่งโชดใหม่ไม่ได้เหรอ What the fuck ปิดเมื่อไหร่อ่ะวันนี้แล้วBut I can get mail that cannot send ต้อง send ผมรับวันเสาร์รับ EMS ที่ไปรษณีย์ก็ไม่ EMS ไปไม่ได้ใช่ไหม FedEx DHL ได้เหรอโอเคที่นี่ก็ไม่ได้ส่งอ่ะ DHL เท่าไหร่อ่ะ Jesus wow they're not even sending that's so crazy wow
รปภเดินเปิดห้าง
wow ห้องบอ
หลายเปิดเมื่อแรกเนี่ยเบิ้มในเนี่ยหลาย
โอ้ยก็เดินเที่ยว
เขาให้หยุดอยู่บ้านนะไม่ต้องเดินเที่ยวเหงื่อแตก
Yeah okay
Why are you able to understand Thai?
because I stay here for ก็อยู่25 ปีแล้ว
Wow.
long time I can't believe they're not sending mail from Thailand overseas and nobody has had any cases in the last couple of days and they're not sending it I don't understand God damn it's hot That's crazy.
All right.
Hey, take care.
Take care.
You can't. They're saying you can't send out international mail by Thai Post because they're not going overseas. Ah. No, it's. I don't think it's economic issues. I think it's just they're not taking any chances.
วันนี้ holiday
That DHL เช็คราคาได้ไหม Jesus Christ, man. This is crazy. What are we supposed to do? Now here you got see here's the thing. You're supposed to sign in here. Sign in, phone number, everything. Bitch, man. 998แล้วก็ถึงเมื่อไหร่อ่ะ
ถึงเมื่อไหร่เหรอ มันเป็น PO Box
อันนี้เป็นธนาคารเขาเช็คyeah
โดยประมาณก็
3 วัน
ใช่2-3 วัน
Let me see if I got 1,000 baht on me
ไปวันนี้
จะไปพรุ่งนี้ใช่ไหม
ใช่
แต่ผมจะให้คุณวันนี้ได้ไหม
ต้องเช็คก่อนว่าเขา
เขาจะรับพรุ่งนี้
ต้องดูก่อนว่าอเมริกานี้สามารถส่งของเข้าไปได้ไหมอะไรคะว่าพนักงานส่งแกนี่
How can I not send mail overseas? That's just crazy.
พี่จะไปติดแทนนึง
I have a hard time believing that.
ไปติดแทนนึง
เขาจะให้เรารับไปแล้วเขาจะนั่งตัว
รับไว้ไม่ได้
เช็คไม่ได้อ่ะ เช็คเมื่อไหร่อ่ะ
เช็คทุกโลก
Tomorrow.
เนี่ย
Okay. Wow. What did I do with my what did I do with my wallet? That's crazy.
ไม่รู้จับไปทำอะไรสแกนสแกนอะไรอันนี้สแกนอะไรก็ได้โอ้ไม่งั้นก็ทำตายมาได้ไหมก็ขอเอายายจะกินชาอะไร
Okay.
ไม่กินทำให้ด้วยไม่ได้กินยามันเดียว
All right. Thank you, madam. That's crazy. That really is crazy, man. No, that's not true. Because I've got several pieces of mail from overseas in the last couple of days. So it's not true. They're international. It's from overseas. It's not domestic. What they're saying is you can't send anything. You can't send anything overseas with the post office. I find that hard to believe, but we'll see. Yeah, that's really weird. And I'm going to have to do a little research on that, check it out. But that makes it a good time to say adios. I find that interesting. CV? What the hell are you talking about CV? What's CV? I know what ACV is, but I'm talking about, I just have some mail to send out. COVID. Oh, come on. Please. Are they that freaking worried? I mean, Jesus Christ. It's ridiculous. Really. That's ridiculous. Okay. I mean, seriously, then let the mail sit for like 3 to 5 days if they're that concerned over it. I just find this is such, yeah, this is just such bullshit. I can't believe outgoing mail, but incoming mail can come in, but outgoing mail can't. I don't understand that. Anyway, it's been fun. It's been real. Can I get out here? I think so. What the fuck, man? Fucking check out. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Check in, check out.
Yes.
I'm laughing, but I'm not. Trip out, man. Yeah, they got dividers here also. You guys gonna have to hang on a second. One second. You gotta be kidding me. Check in, check out. Check in, check out. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining me on this momentous, wondrous occasion. Trippy, surreal, wild occasion. The first time I've ever had this happen in my life. Appreciate it. Don't forget to click like, share, leave a comment below, subscribe, and go to any of my social medias, Scott Mallon, that's Scott Mallon. And if you want to contribute some way, check out the description. There's a lot of different ways to do so. And for now, I guess that's all. So, choke D and all that good stuff. Let's just take a little quick walk right through here. And I'm going to go off the air. I have a hard time finding that they do. Let's see, there. You know what? There is another mail place right in here. And I'm going to see. Got to throw the coins at the street beggars now. Unbelievable, man. I feel like it's the Andromeda, what is it? Andromeda strain. Whew. That's a killer for people. They can't send mail, can't send packages, unless perhaps they use DHL. And DHL is expensive. You know, it ain't cheap. 1,000 baht. It used to be 590 on EMS. So that's almost double the price. But there's a guy right over here to the left. I'm gonna see if he's able to ship. I think I only have about 1,100 baht. No air on in here, so it's hot.
ใช่ค่ะก็หรอโอ้ร้อนอ่ะขอดูหน้าก่อน
Everybody's hot. They must be doing the same thing here as in Manila. They turn the air down so nobody wants to stay as long because they're too damn hot. Where's this fucking guy at? Well, the air feels good wherever it's coming from. Lunch break. Fucking fangulo. Well, this is Carrie. Only Carrie. Anyway. All right, the end. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you again. And until next time. Yeah, that's just like HIV. Okay, she's hot, but she doesn't have it because she looks clean. Uh-huh. That's the right mentality, Stephen. All right. Did the fish die from COVID? Hot and sweaty is what I am. They redid the whole floor here. So it's all new. Don't know if you can see. But they have refloored this whole center, mall, whatever. Fish are still alive. Coffee shop is open. We knew that. Anyway, I'm out of here. See ya.